engaged. And we're like, to that dude? Like, she disappeared after we called her out and was like, you're fucking gross for going to pick him up. One, it's some person on the internet's ex-boyfriend, and now you're picking him up, bringing him to your home. You know what he is. And then the next thing, she comes back around. She's like, I'm engaged, guys. I have that live, Bro Queen.
I'm just telling you that Steffa Shark went in a fucking box and Gro asked her, and she told Gro that she did not know.
And 4K says, Petty called it out, then I called it out, then I went in Maymay's live and called it out. And the next day, I jumped into a chat, right, that had 4K in it. He was busy. What I said was taken wrong, because I was like, just like, when you're ready, like, I know you're busy, but I would like to have a conversation with you. And he was like, yeah, later tonight. Nightmare was dropped in there, started a bunch of fucking shit, and I said, you know what? I'm out. I'm not going to be attacked for going to someone for the fucking truth. And I left the chat. That's when I ended up calling Savage for certain things. She handed me that, and then I started doing the numbers to figure out the fucking numbers.
And then Savage and Marbles and Seagram became innocent.
Thank you, MJ. Thank you.
Thank you. MJ?
I've always been innocent, May.
Blame it on May. It's all her fault.
Listen, MJ is on his shit.
Call him troublemaker. He's not MJ. He's TM.
Sit down, lay back, and let me make those eyes twerk. The toxic eye roller.
Yeah, that's Will.
Oh, yeah.
Will. He was just over. Will was just over.
He asked to get blocked the other day. I was just confused
Will
for a second.
Will was just over there in the other live talking shit. Yeah.
I was confused for a second because of the penis on the nose thing.
And the thing is I find it funny that all of them seem to have forgotten the call that happened between them threatening to play it and us going live, because almost every one of those motherfuckers were in it.
Hey guys,
right?
You forget Dan Newt. That's how he got arrested. That's how Dan got arrested, because she told Dan. He didn't know he was a pedo, but she told Dan that the man was babysitting her kids. He calling him. She called him back. What happened? Oh, don't worry about what I'm doing. Blah, 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 blah. He called me freaking out. He was drunk. His brains just came off. I was like, don't go over there. He said, I swear.
You absolutely tried to talk him out of it.
Yes. And he told me, what would you do if there was a pedophile watching your kids who were 15 and 10? And he was pissed. He ended up walking over there, drunk as hell, yelling and screaming. Nobody was answering, so he was knocking on the window. He tried to open the window, yelling for Chloe. When he midst of opened that window, the cops pulled up. I'm on the phone with him this whole time. The cops pulled up, and she said he was trying to break into her house.
He was doing
because she was sitting there the whole time and set him up.
Yep, and then the reason why he got that second when he went to court, because he was pissed. He threw the chair because he was tired of her shit, and they got him for whatever they got him in that second charge. It was 4:00 in the morning.
I would kick that door in.
Well, after the second charge, that's when he just cowered down and was like, I'm not going to continue going to jail and everything else. Like, he felt like he couldn't protect his kids. He couldn't see his kids without just shutting up.
Exactly. And the whole time Matt wasn't even there. I think he was at work.
He wasn't even there. He was still at Mama's house. And she set him up and was sitting in the house.
She set him up by telling him that his kids were at the house alone with a pedophile, and he was freaking the fuck out. So how the fuck she gonna tell me she didn't know? Come on now. I was on the fucking phone. I have it all.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. Yes, and yes. And then I verified with Matt that he was at work, and I have a copy of proof in black and whites that he wasn't even at her house. He was at work when she did all of that.
He could not come to her house unless she went and picked him up. We all knew that. Everybody knew that. That was common knowledge. She would go pick him up on the weekends when he wasn't working.
And he wasn't allowed, they weren't allowed to contact each other, so she would text him from her daughter's cell phone. We need milk. We need gas money. Can you come do this? Can I get my clothes from your house?
And I have seen those messages as well.
Yeah, I remember all this shit.
But nobody, that's the thing. Nobody wants to go back on historical events. Nobody wants to talk about his history and everything that's happened. Everybody's new. There's all these different sides of TikTok that want to come in this bullshit. And they want to sit here and defend somebody and they want to do this and they want to bash this person. They want to bash Savage, Marbles, James, me, MJ, now Josh and May May. But nobody wants to sit back for a second. If you've been around, think about it. That's all I'm asking.
And the part that's funny, right, is Bliss is thinking she's gonna eat, right? She's gonna come after me. Having
don't even know who
in
you
your
are,
corner.
bitch.
We're all on the list, she said.
Even if you had a solid reason, right? Having Grow Queen in your corner, trust and believe, is your worst help ever.
Oh, 4K, look, my pick is here. Vicky's my pick. Where's 4K? You still in here, 4K?
Yeah, she's gonna make it look terrible for you. She's gonna start lying and twisting your own stories and shit. And when you got the truth, she'll twist.
She literally sat up there last night saying that I was personal, real life Facebook friends with the piggy corns. We never had that type of relationship. And in all honesty, half of us never even liked each other anyways. So, like, Rogue Queen, your word is garbage from the get, even if it comes down to who you want to say is Facebook friends. Because guess what? I ain't got a fucking Facebook.
I have a lot of them too, Icky, because Mac had them all and wants to send them to me.